stay-at-home orders will begin on Monday in both the city of St. Louis and county.
Gyms are considered non-essential businesses, so at many gyms, the doors are still closed.
We must limit unnecessary social mixing and interaction.
Lift for Life Gym closed its doors on March 17th. I think this program provides a sense of community for a lot of the families that don't have that. Since the virus hit, it's a sense of community that's lacking.
So in the course of the year, we offer over 33 different programs. Some of the simple programs being the food program, tutoring, fitness, weightlifting. As of the pandemic, the only thing that we were doing, we were providing home support for some of our families. But outside of that, we weren't running any program during that time. I've gotten a lot of calls telling me that they missed the gym and they want to come back and they can't wait to come back. So it's clearly a good place and a safe place for them to be.
So I'm excited to chat with you today about Lift for Life. I've heard a lot of great things about the gym, and so I wanted to kind of find out more about how you guys are engaging with the youth and what kinds of programming you're doing.
Okay. All right, so right now we are doing, so we're going by appointment only. So we are still functioning, not every day of the week. So we're working on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and closed Tuesday and Friday. So we're going by appointment only. I think we're every day we're at a max of 15, no more than 15 in the building at a time. So some of the programs that we're running fitness, of course, we're still doing our weightlifting team. We're doing homework help, and we're also doing tutoring as well.
Cool. So could you tell me a little bit about your background with the organization and how Lift for Life got started?
Okay. So my background, I actually started as a fitness volunteer, and I got into Lift for Life and kind of fell in love with the organization. And then I think a year later, I took a job as a fitness coordinator and a head basketball coach here. And I've been here for a little over 10 years.
Awesome.
And the organization was started in 1988 by Marshall Cohen. He saw that there was a need for kids to have an outlet or a safe place to go during the high crime time right after school between the hours of 3 and 6. And so been open ever since.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about like the students who are at the gym? Where are they coming from? What's their background kind of?
All right, so we service all zip codes in the city neighborhoods. We are located in 63106, so we're in between O'Fallon Park and the Cochran neighborhood. And so, but we do service, we provide pickup and transportation to all city neighborhoods. So we provide services to all of the city neighborhood zip codes.
Oh, wow. And would you say that there are students in all of those zip codes that are kind of regular?
Yep, so we have different zip codes all over the place in the city.
Very cool.
So, all of them, I think majority of them are in the SOPS.
And does the program pick students up directly from school, or do students come on their own?
So some students get picked up from school, some students get picked up from the houses, and then we have a group that also walks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the website at kind of the different categories of programming that you provide. Can you tell me a little bit about the different kinds?
Okay, so we have fitness is one of the big categories. And so within that, we have group workouts, we have one-on-one training, we have fitness, and then we also have recreation within that as well. We also have, I think it's like healthy living. So it's considered, so under that is some of our education programs. So we have healthy lifestyles, we have healthy eating under that. What else is that there? We have, and then education, we have tutoring, homework help, one-on-one mentoring, and other things like that.
How do students find out about you guys?
So we do some type of where we pass off flyers and things like that, but a lot of it is through word of mouth. So we usually have a lot of families that come, so they found out through a family member that has been here for a while, or another student, or they saw one of our bands. So it's usually passed around through word of mouth.
Cool. And it seems like your impact has been pretty successful in terms of students graduating and completing all their courses.
Yeah. Yep. So we kind of make sure they stay on track. So usually we'll pair them with a mentor when they hit high school. So when they hit high school, they'll join what's called the Mentor Match program, and that's when they get a mentor for all 4 years of high school, and then the first year of college, or wherever they do the first year they're out of school. And so that's just to check and see where they are, see where what they want to do in life, and so we want to help them achieve those goals. So the Mentor Match program, their mentor, they have the same mentor. Hopefully, they have the same mentor throughout the 5 years. So 4 years of high school and the first year outside of high school.
Where do the mentors come from?
Different places. So some of them are board members. Some of them are volunteers that have been in our program. And then we also just have a number of partnerships with colleges, local colleges and other things like that. So some of them are actually college students. And then we have a few that are actual alumni that have come back to help other kids.
Cool. And for like the students, it seems like, you know, a lot of this is about teaching personal responsibility and ways to occupy yourselves that are productive. And are there any responsibilities that they take on in terms of like, do they have to keep their academics at a certain level, or are there any requirements for them?
As far as school, so we don't have any requirements for them to participate in the actual gym, but we do incentives for providing your grades to us. So if you have a certain amount of A's, B's, C's, and we want to track your progress, so we see where you're starting at, and then if you have made any type of improvement, we have incentives for that as well.
Cool. And what has been like kind of the biggest thing that you find is successful, or what keeps you kind of there for 10 years in this program?
Just the stories, because these kids go through a lot in the different communities that they live in, a lot of high crime areas, and for them to be as positive they are and be as resilient as they are and to keep moving is just something that helps me. The stories that they have are, you know, what drives me at night, you know, what keeps me going. Because if they can keep going, then I can keep helping them, you know.
And I was just like needed a way to like express myself. So I came here and I was like taking my anger out on the weights. So that's kind of how I got good at it.
When I don't have nobody else I can fall on, I know I can always call somebody from Live for Life Gym. Like he was somebody a part of my family or something. It showed me that once I get older, how I want to be, or how I want younger kids to look at me also.
During the pandemic, they helped us with like food and groceries and stuff. I was just at home and we really didn't have food. He gave us like canned goods and like eggs and all that. And he also gave me weights.
That's awesome. How is it like with family support? Do the families have to kind of enroll the student? Is there a lot of parental or guardian like buy-in to the program?
Yeah, so we do. So a parent or guardian definitely has to sign them up. And so one of my newest rules is that the parent actually has to come to the facility, because we do have an online application. But in order for me to actually receive it, they have to physically bring it here, so that way I can have a talk with them. I can give them a tour of the facility, and you know, so they can actually see what their child is doing. And so that allows me to start the first step of building a relationship with the parents as well.
Yeah. What does the facility have? What's the gym like?
So it's actually a small facility, but we have a gym, we have a fitness area, we have a learning facility, and we have offices in the back, and then we also have a full kitchen. So every day that they come in, they also they receive a snack and a meal, hot meal to go. So.
Wow. And so you guys have like designed the meals, or is that provided by?
Yeah. So we have a cook that comes in every day, and he makes a monthly calendar, and he's actually really awesome. But he has a hot meal for every day of the week. So Monday through Friday, he completes a hot meal for the kids to take home.
Wow. And so I'm sure like COVID kind of put a wrench in the works. How did you guys transition to how you've been running it now?
So we've had to change up a lot of what we do. So because we have limited numbers, we haven't been able to reach as many kids as we normally do. Because on a nightly basis, we can have anywhere from 30 to 50. Now we only can have a max of 15, and that's through groups. So right now we're doing a lot of outreach. So we're providing care packs. We're reaching out to families and seeing if they need anything. So we've been able to provide groceries. We provided over 50 full Thanksgiving meals this Thanksgiving. This Christmas, we provided over 60 families with with items for their kids and their families. So we've been able to do a lot. So we've been doing a lot of outreach just outside of that we don't normally do. So we've been able to reach these families. And so we also provided clothes. We've been able to do a lot of things.
Wow, that's great. Are there many organizations that you guys partner with to help kind of provide this?
Yeah, so we partner with a lot of organizations. So one that we recently partnered with is Fit Flavors. Fit Flavors has been, so since COVID, we wanted to keep our hands off of the food, and so Fit Flavors has been providing us with the food that we are sending out with our kids. So they've been a big support. We provided, we're worked with a local community church named Jubilee. They've also helped with some of their outreach with helping provide our participants with clothes, groceries, and other needed items that they may need for the success of school.
Cool.
Those are the two main ones that I can think of right now, but we partner with a lot of different organizations.
Yeah. Are there do you guys have any goals kind of going into 2021, things that you're going to try to expand,
Yeah, so we want to definitely expand the number of kids that we're working with this year. We're just trying to do it slowly. So I just actually got out of a meeting with a slow reopening. So we wanted to plan to get back to our normal number, but we're going to do it slowly. We also want to continue to do the outreach. We see that the outreach of the community is really successful and is much needed. So we definitely in 2021, outside of getting back to our regular numbers, we definitely want to continue with the outreach.
Very cool. And so what are kind of the good ways that people can support you now and then as you kind of get back to in person?
So right now we are in need of fitness volunteers, volunteers that can help with outreach. So that means they can be anything from doing cold calling, helping make packs for the families, helping get together groceries. We also have a few fundraisers. We do. We actually do a microfest, which we weren't able to do this year, but we're planning on doing it this year, 2020. It happens in the Muni parking lot, the Upper Muni parking lot. So that's happening 2021. And so we need a bunch of volunteers, over 100 volunteers for that.
What's that called?
It's called Microfest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's actually a beer fest that happens in the Muni upper parking lot.
Cool.
Yep, so those are the main ways that we need help, but we have many other ways that people can help if they're not comfortable with those things as well.
Yeah. And so are most of the students that you've had like in person that are, through COVID, have they been able to like keep in touch?
Yes.
Even though like not all of them clearly can come to the gym, but.
Yeah, so we have a group of 40 that we consider regulars that we've been able to keep in contact. But unfortunately, we do have kids outside of that regular number that we haven't been able to keep in contact, and they had to move and other things. And so we're looking at 2021 that we're able to actually go out to the houses and check on their well-being and everything like that. So.
Cool. Great. I don't know, anything else you want to share about the organization or goals for the year or anything?
Well, our goals for the year is to just keep doing what we're doing, to maintain what we're doing. We weren't able to do everything that we wanted to because during COVID, we actually had to for a while, we had to close down completely. I think it was 3 months that we had to close down. So we're actually looking forward to continue to do what we're doing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm excited I'll check out that Microfest and see how people can kind of help out during this time.